Hey everyone, it's Foul Play here, back for another Modern League, playing Bogles as always. So just going through a real quick deck tech before we get into the gameplay. So I'm running 11 creatures, 8 of which are the hexproof and 3 core spirit dancers. I guess 12 if you count the dried arbor as well though. Going into my aura base, I am running a full playset of ethereal armor, of rancor, of Daybreak Coronet, and that's it for the playset. I have got a 3 of Hyena Umbra, 2 of Cartouche of Solidarity, 2 of Grisburn, 2 of Sentinel's Eyes, and 2 of Spider Umbra. Lots of 2 ofs there, plus the 2 of Spirit Mantle. Leyline in the main deck also. Moving across to the sideboard, we have the 2 Path to Exiles. We have 3 Rest in Peace and 1 Grafdigger's Cage for our graveyard hate pieces. We have the 3 Suppression Field, the 3 Force of Vigor, and the 3 Gadok Tig. So that's going to be it for the real brief deck tech here. I'm going to go ahead and load up into a league and get started with our first match. Last league, I did end up losing to Supreme Verdict a little bit against a blue-white control deck. So I switched out the 3rd Spirit Mantle for the 3rd Hyena Umbra there. Hopefully it's going to be slightly more balanced. Also having that extra 1 mana aura means we will dump our hand that little bit quicker as well, which is very handy with the deck. As the quicker you can dump your hand out, the better with this deck as far as I'm concerned. Means more damage. Let's just go ahead and make that real quiet. Okay, so we won the die roll. We will be on the play here. Okay, so how's this hand? We've got Leyline, we've got 1 mana, we've got Core Spirit Dance. Alright, so if it was a 2 mana hand here, I might consider it, but we've only got 1 mana here, so I'm going to ship it back. Look for something better. Alright, this is looking pretty woeful as well. My opponent's kept their 7. We have no sources of totem armor, nothing to utilize the green mana there. Alright, let's go to 5 here. And 4. And alright, keep this one, and look, I'm gonna just basically hope hope this Leyline of Sanctity is good here, and start with it in play. Hopefully it's not Ponza. Hopefully it's something like Mono Red Prowess and or Mono Red Burn, and it just steals me game 1 until I can make a giant creature. Alright, so scout and pass. Let's see what our opponent does here with their turn. Hopefully it's not control, because I don't have a very aggressive hand against control. Let's see what they do. Wooded Foothills, alright, that's something. Mishra's Bobble, or it's a Death Shadow? Traverse Shadow? Could be Traverse with the Wooded Foothills. Could just be Jund main decking Lurrus. Alright, so Mishra's Bobble into Crack, so they didn't like what was on top. They're going to get a fresh card from the Mishra's Bobble in our upkeep here. Overgrown Tomb in tapped, I'm assuming. I don't think they're going to be Fatal pushing too much here. Hyena Umbra, very good draw. Alright, let's lead on the Hyena Umbra. Get that first strike happening as quick as we can here. And then we'll get in with our attack for 2. Not an exciting attack, but you know what? I'll take it for the time being. Yeah, definitely unfortunate with our mulligans here, but I mean, with the Leyline protection against a green-black deck, anything can really happen here. Alright, Stomping Ground. Looks like it is Jund colors. And Tarmogoyf. Alright, that's fine. Absolutely fine. Alright, so we do draw the Razorverge Thicket. I'm just going to play it in the second main. Attack for 3. I can't imagine my opponent will block, but then second main will deploy this Razorverge Thicket. Give them as little information as possible. And then hopefully we draw into Rancor, Daybreak Coronet, Ethereal Armor. Any of that would be really good. I suppose Grisburn and Spirit Mantle would also be very powerful draws as well. So at the mercy of our top deck a little bit here. I'm sure my opponent can add the third card typing to the graveyard to pump the Goyf. But yeah, Leyline Protection is good. Alright, they're attacking, which means they might have a second blocker here, or it means they might not really have any interaction whatsoever for us. Plays Swamp, and is that Liliana Plus? I guess it's Liliana. So they'll give us the option... Oh, it's Lurrus. Okay. Okay. That makes sense. Alright, we want to see an aura here if possible. They've recast Mish's Bubble off of Lurrus here. Rest in Peace post-board are going to be especially good against Lurrus variant of the deck. Quite happy to see that. And yeah, my opponent's got a lot of cards here. Alright, that was a good draw. Even though my opponent will gain 3 life from attacking, I think I want to be on the offensive and attacking into them. If they just destroy my Hyena Umbra, I'll lose my Spider Umbra as well, and then I'll just have a 3-1 trampling creature, and that's not going to be really good enough to win me anything. So let's attack for 5 there, keep the pressure up. If he taps out on his attack, we could just draw Ethereal Armor and win. Even if he leaves 1 chump blocker back, we're an Ethereal Armor away from winning this right now. Ethereal Armor would add 5 power, give me 10 on the attack. Alright, Bloodbraid Elf is not too bad. Hopefully it's Lurrus, so they don't get the value out of it. Colligan's Command, I mean, well, they can't really get any value out of that either. They could return nothing from the graveyard. I guess they just choose not to cast it, or else they're dealing 2 damage to themselves. Maybe they deal 2 damage to Tarmogoyf and add it to the graveyard, and then they make themselves discard an Inquisition of Kozilek or something. I think that probably would have been better, just to pump up that Goyf and increase their clock a little bit. Even if they attacked for 6 and left the Goyf back on blocking duty. But yeah, I think he's almost certainly attacking with Lurrus, but I don't know if he can really attack profitably with anything else. Hopefully he forgets to play his Mish's Bubble from his graveyard this turn, because it doesn't look like he's done it yet. Alright, he did forget. That's really good. Now we're currently taking 8 damage from our opponent, so we've just got to pass back here and hope our chump block is good at this point, and then maybe Daybreak Coronet and to win the match. It's a shame. Something like, you know, Daybreak or Sentinel's Eyes would have been really, really strong for us there. See what our opponent does now. Okay, so they do get the Mish's Bubble back this time. And, well, I guess the world is their oyster, really. They've got a lot of mana. They've got 6 cards in hand here. Drawing a lot of cards off those Mish's Bubbles. Lurrus on the field to draw an extra card every turn. A Bloodbraid Elf, alright, just blank into something rubbish. Oh, that's really good. That's really strong. They just take my Hyena Umbra here, and then my chump block's really awkward. Or they get Leyline, and look to Liliana in the next turn. I guess it depends on what's in their hand. But yeah, that was a very good Bloodbraid Elf that time. Guess whatever they do, we do get a mana from it, but that's not really that helpful at the moment. Not unless we draw Horizon Canopy, we need a cycle. Alright, so they do use it on the Hyena Umbra. Wonder if they're going to play around Path to Exile here. Oh, yikes. We just get attacked by a double Bloodbraid Elf here. So, if we don't block the... Oh, we're just dead regardless. Alright, well, that's the old Mulder 4 there. We almost got them, but we just ran out of steam at the top end there. It's a bit of a shame. Okie dokie. So, sideboard-wise, we want to keep these ley lines in. They're really strong. We want to bring in our Rest in Peace. That is pretty much all we want to bring in from the sideboard. We want to cut down a little bit on like Core Spirit Dancer. And then probably I'll just take out a Griffspoon. I might just take out both Griffspoon. anchor on the fact that Spirit Mantle is the stronger effect there, and that I probably want Sentinel's Eyes or Spider Umbra. Plus, our opponent can sideboard in Anger of the Gods, Plague Engineer, Damnation. You want the toughness, and you want the Totem Armor. So yeah, that's pretty well how you sideboard. I could take out more Core Spirit Dancers, but then if the game goes long, I'm not going to have like a draw engine in the deck, and you know, it might not be the best thing in the world. But yeah, I mean, we've still got plenty of auras in the deck, and Rest in Peace is really good against them with their Lurrus build that they're going. It's really good against them without the Lurrus build, but it's especially good against the Lurrus build here. Okie dokie, so game 2 here on the play. Yeah, cool, we'll keep this. Seems good enough. Our hand can get attacked a little bit by Thoughtseize, but hey, double Ethereal Armor. Pretty powerful. We'll get to cast at least one of them, so that's really strong. Maybe it's like the 1 in 30 game that our opponent doesn't have a discard effect as well. Or a turn 1 discard effect. You never know. You might get lucky. We also have a Misty Rainforest for Dryad Arbor. Play around Liliana, so that's pretty nice as well. Okay, so no turn 1 thing. That's good. So now we're just sort of scared of Malmstrom Pulse a little bit, probably. I don't think they're going to be boarding in anything like Nature's Claim. So yeah, just attack for 5 here. Seems pretty strong. So here, we probably want our opponent to tap out, cast Ren and 6, cast Tarmogoyf, something like that. And then if we can draw an aura, we can potentially do 2 things next turn. If not, we just do Misty Rainforest, attack for 5. I'll probably leave Core Spirit Dancer in hand. Seems they didn't have the discard spell. I wouldn't expect them to draw it and play it off curve. Like, that seems kind of inefficient for them. They might just assume we're Land Flood if we just do land, attack for 5, pass. Yes. Let's see what they do. They fetch Stomping Ground on the first fetch. That's interesting. And nothing here. Alright, so this makes me suspicious of maybe Assassin's Trophy. Yeah, I don't want to play into Liliana, so I want to attack for 9 here. They'll eat an Ethereal Armor. I'll get in for 5 instead. I'll then play my fetch land, hold up Dryad Arbor. And I'll leave this Core Spirit Dancer in hand. I have a feeling they've got Fatal Push as well, or Lightning Bolt, one of those two. So if my opponent wants to fetch here, he gets Basic Swamp, takes a point of damage, goes to 13, then goes to 8. If he wants to shock it in and get the green as well, that's even better. He'd go down to 6. So we'll see what they decide. Alright, Basic Swamp. Assassin's Trophy, give us the land. Really? Sure. Is that a misclick? That doesn't seem right, ladies and gentlemen. That does not seem right. Alright, so now that that's the case, that has to be a misclick, right? Unless they want to take it out of my hand next turn. Alright, well, let's just play Core Spirit Dancer and throw down Rancor on the Scout. Get the draw trigger. They can't Liliana and kill Core Spirit Dancer here, so we've absolutely got a license to get that free card. Alright, and Sentinel's Eyes, fantastic draw. Absolutely fantastic draw. I guess Rancor was a good draw as well. So yeah, been pretty kind. Happy that that's Trophy and not Abrupt Decay as well. That mana gave us a lot of flexibility to punish them that turn. In the post-combat step. So shocking in this, Overgrown Tomb. If it's Liliana, we just sack Core and kill them. So it's going to be pretty A-okay. Oh, Malmstrom Pulse. I mean, that's pretty decent. We just go in on Core with our Sentinel's Eyes though. Now. And kill them that way. It doesn't matter. I don't need a fetch. I got lethal here anyway, without anything else. Be surprised if Force of Negation got us here. Sorry, Force of Vigor. That'd be very, very surprising. So just go to combat. Alright, cool. Opponent's conceded that one. Alright, so what do we want to change here, if anything? I think I'm happy running the same list back. So yeah, that was much better. Much easier game, that one. Alright, so game 3 is the potentially troublesome one. Hopefully we get a good hand, a good 7 with a ley line. We negate their Thoughtseize effects, and we take control of the game from there by playing 2 auras a turn. Alright, this hand has got Double Scout, Cartouche, Spider Umbra. I think it's a pretty solid keep, yeah. It's not leyline, but it's definitely keepable. I think the top of our library, we're going to have to hit like 2 auras in the top 4 cards to actually potentially win this one, though. Alright, so they do have the Thoughtseize. They're probably taking Cartouche of Solidarity here. Then we just Temple Garden Scout, and then next turn Scout, Spider Umbra attack. Plague Engineer might be pretty bad for us from that point forward, but I guess we take it. Alright, they take the Scout. Maybe they've got the second discard effect for Cartouche. Alright, well that was a completely dead draw. That's not what we want to see though. So Scout pass. And I guess we had to look forward to double aura next turn. Just as long as they don't have double Thoughtseize, and then I'd be kicking myself that this Leyline of Sanctity was not 1 card earlier. See what our opponent does here. Even if they Croxer, that's really good. We just ditch Leyline. That's real free. Get out Cartouche, Spider Umbra, smack. Brennan 6 would be fine as well. Another discard effect. Well, that's a little bit frustrating. So we're going to lose this Cartouche here, and then they might hold up Fatal Push or something for the Dryad Arbor, and then we'll be in a lot of trouble. So I guess they take Cartouche. Can we Umbra the Dryad Arbor? That doesn't work, no. What are our options? Alright, so he does take the Spider Umbra. Hopefully the rest of his turn is a little bit quicker. And hopefully he doesn't have another discard spell and just make us cry. Forest? Okay, that can't kill anything. I guess we should play around Dismember as well and play out the Dryad Arbor. They might have something funky like that with the lifelink from Lurrus. I'm not super happy about playing the Dryad Arbor there in case like he Plague Engineers or Damnations or Anger of the Gods. But yeah, I guess because Anger's a card, maybe that was loose. Yeah, I don't like that. We should have Horizon Canopied. Alright, well, they've slowed right up, so that doesn't look like they have anything like Anger then. And I guess Liliana is just not going to cut it because it's going to get attacked for 1 on the side. And then the rest is coming at his face. Maybe he's just casting a Lurrus, and that would be good for us. He doesn't have any value in the graveyard for it. Tarmogoyf Fatal Push. Let's see what he does. Is it Lurrus? Alright. Well, yep. Sure. Tarmogoyf. Red and white. Oh, red and 6. Okay, that's fine. Eat Dried Arbor, probably. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, cool. Awesome. Awesome, awesome draw. That's really good. Opponent's down to 2 cards in hand. This will shrink any Tarmogoyfs. We can kill Ren and 6 here. Or just ignore it. I think we kill it. Before he has a chance to chump block or something. And then he's just going to eat the warrior token if we don't do that anyway. So it's got to be better to just kill it there. Alright, turn 4. What's my opponent got for us now? Plague Engineer. Well, that's going to be pretty strong. I guess he's just naming Elf here. I'm sure I'd be less concerned about the warrior token. Yeah, okay. Alright, another really, really solid draw. Let's go ahead and cast it. We'll drop our Horizon Canopy post-combat. Attack for 4. And that's a 3-turn clock we've got our opponent on. I can't imagine they chump block here. Doesn't seem right to me. Alright, cool. They're a little bit land screwed as well. Missed their last land drop. Alright, there's a raise of a Raging Ravine. See what they do. Tarmogoyf. Well, that Tarmogoyf is pretty small. Alright, I think we... I don't think we cycle Canopy. I think we want to get Leyline out if possible. Alright, so that is enough to get our Leyline down. Protect us from Liliana. That's really good. And we can look to cast... cycle these Horizon Canopies in subsequent turns. But yeah, just getting down that protection from just losing the game to Liliana or Bloodbraid into Liliana. Really strong here. Really, really strong. Opponent's down to 1 card in hand. Chump blocks with the Tarmogoyf, which makes me think they don't have an Assassin's Trophy for Rest in Peace. Or if they do, they want to use it on Leyline and then gamble on Liliana. Alright, Verdant Catacombs. So they've got 1 card in hand, which should be a spell card. That's 4 to activate, so they could Ravine and attack. See what they do here. If they Ravine and attack, we're in an awesome spot. If they cast Lurrus, I guess we needed an aura to help us out. Okay, we're in a really good spot now. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. If they attack for 4, if they... yeah. Cool. That is fine. We'll just take that. They could jump block, but I don't think it's worth it. This doesn't have trample, does it? No. Didn't think so. Alright, so lands. Dried Arbor's already in the bins, so we can't possibly fetch it. I think here we want to conserve our life total slightly and get the basic. Sacrifice this Horizon Canopy. Come on, Aura. Alright, sacrifice this Horizon Canopy. Rancor for the win. Man. Alright. We blanked that time. Let's attack for 5. They'll probably have to jump block here. Or are they just taking it? Does this mean they can kill my warrior token with a fatal push and then attack with Raging Ravine? They'd need to only take 1 damage from their mana to do so. And exactly have fatal push in hand and be holding it this whole time. Which is possible. Okay. Whatever they do here, I'm just going to chump block. Alright, they played mana as well. So if they fatal push warrior token, attack with Raging Ravine. Raging Ravine will do 5, and then we'll take 7. We'll go to 1. Wow. Wow, so that doesn't even kill us. So it needs to be like Bloodbraid into Assassin's Trophy, get our ethereal armor, and then look to chump block or something. Scavenging Ooze? Okay, that's fine. So I guess they were holding Skoos that whole time. This has been a very exciting game, actually. Alright, Bogle is not amazing. I mean, I guess it's a creature we can just drop. Come on, Aura. Holy moly. I just want to get an Aura down. Alright, let's attack for 5. My opponent's going to chump block with probably Scavenging Ooze. And then, yeah. So we can play out Bogle. We can't play the Scout. And then we can look to attack wide next turn. And kill them that way. Man. We've gone the distance with 2 auras. They stripped 1 from our hand. We drew an ethereal armor. And obviously we drew Leyline Rest in Peace. But we've gone this distance with 2 auras here, guys. It's pretty remarkable. Alright, so they're going to attack for, I guess, 5. Sure. So I'm going to chump block with the warrior token, I guess. They haven't left up Lightning Bolt. Is there anything I need to be worried about here? I don't think so. I'm going to be very upset if I lose the game by not blocking there. Mono creatures. Alright, let's attack with everything. Fatal push, warrior token, chump block, scout, take 1. I think is what they're doing. And then we can play double Bogle, chump block the Raging Ravine, and kill them. So I guess that's their line. Block. And then you take lethal. You can't do that. You have to block the scout and then fatal push the warrior. Has he got fatal push? No. Alright, cool. Alright, we got there, guys. That was a really tight game. Yeah. That was very tight. Very, very interactive as well. Or interactive as it can be against Bogles, I suppose. Alright, so game 1 down and in the book. See what happens game 2. Hope for that die roll win. Always hoping to win that die roll. Alright, so. Alright, we are up against Kenjin Sakura. Or Kenjin Sakura, or however you say all of that. We'll be on the play. We won the die roll, so that is really good. Lurrus in hand. No creature. No fetch land for Dryad Arbor. I can't keep this. I'm going to just assume that it's burn. Alright, great. This hand looks really good. We've got Leyline. We can ditch the Dryad Arbor and we've still got a 4/2 first striker with Leyline protection. Seems very strong. Let's keep this hand. Opponent's still deciding. Razorverge Thicket as land as well is really good. It means we don't take 3 damage from Fetch Shock. So we'll keep this one. Bottom, done. Hand action, done. And cast out our Bogle. Really solid 6. Really, really solid 6. This could also be, you know, Death Shadow as well. Hour of Devastation, Counters Company, whatever you want to call it. There's definitely a few decks that can play Lurrus as a companion. Even Jummed, I guess, could just use it as the companion. Even with the nerfed ability. Let's see what they do. Maybe they don't even want to give away what they are, and they're just considering scooping. I'm going to assume if they scoop, they're burn. Regardless of if they scoop or not, you know Leyline's good in that situation. Alright, so Stomping Ground, Swift Spear. Okay. And they're leaving up chump blocks. That's pretty gutsy. I guess I respect it. Maybe they're thinking we just have a couple of Rancors and we can't add the toughness. Maybe they have like mutagenic growth and they're looking to grow it. If they do that, we have totem armor to survive, I suppose, but that would be pretty bad. Losing our first strike. Yikes, have they got mutagenic growth here? Is that what's happening? Alright, we called it exactly. I guess we could have waited another turn and attacked next turn. Alright. Fair play. So, we're up against Zeus Shadow, I think. I think I've versed a deck like this before that was just black-red, but it looks like this one's splashing green. Alright, well, that's just really strong. I think we just win the game now. Ethereal Armor, Rancor, attack for 9. And that's got to be good enough right here. Yes, seeing mutagenic growth makes me want Path to Exile from the sideboard. I might not want Rest in Peace, because I haven't seen anything that's indicated to me that I want Rest in Peace. I guess you could assume they're playing Tarmogoyf, but we don't know that yet. We haven't seen Misha's Bobble either. Alright, they've hit their second land drop here on turn 3. Fetching, playing something. Is it a Tarmogoyf? Does that change my decision making? I think it would be more likely to be Abbott than what it would be to be Tarmogoyf. Wow, shocking. Okay, I guess they're just giving up this game. Oh, Death Shadow's pretty strong, actually. Alright, well, we did say it was a Death Shadow deck, right? Attacking for 1. Alright, we'll take 1. That's fine. Daybreak for the win. Or any aura for the win. Alright, that'll do. Another Rancor. Let's get on in there. Do all those last points of damage. Oh, man. We're 1 point off of killing them. Alright, in this situation, you just deal all the damage to Death Shadow, or maybe we trample 1. Alright, let's just deal all to Death Shadow. Be super safe here. If they mutagenic growth there, I guess we lose our creature regardless, so... Maybe we can do 1 damage and turn them off of Fetch Shocking. Or... Wait, no. They could still fetch... But they can't fetch Shock as it is. Alright, another Death Shadow. Any aura off the top should get us the win this turn now. Literally any aura. They leave Swift Spear back to block as well. That's only good for us. For those of you that don't know, when you deal damage, trample damage to your opponent and a Death Shadow, the damage to them will happen simultaneously to the damage to Death Shadow. So if I'd have trampled 2 damage over there, dealt 10 damage to the Death Shadow, it would have actually have survived, dealt 10 damage to me. So I would only ever want to trample 1 damage in that situation. So that I can kill it with the first strike. Alright, great. We drew the Spirit Mantle. There's the nuts. Slam it down. Attack for the win. And we beat Traverse Shadow, or... I guess it's more Zoo Shadow. Because they do have the Monastery Swift Spears there. Alright, so it's Death Shadow, we want Path. We probably don't want Core Spirit Dancer because they're pretty clunky. I'm going to just omit this list. I could potentially take out the 3rd Core Spirit Dancer, although in a battle of attrition, top decking it and then like unloading auras would be really good. I don't think I care about graveyard stuff for Lurrus. Yeah, I think we'd just go with this. In game 3, when we're on the play, we might be able to consider Suppression Field as a 3-off to lock their lands off. Alright, what does our starting hand look like? That is the big question here. Think we can do better. Painful Land's not a good land either. Alright, we'll keep this. Bottom land. Hope to draw Aura, and then Daybreak can take over. And obviously, because we're on the draw, this is a little bit less loose than on the play here. We've got 2 draws to see an Aura. Guess we have to be worried about Plague Engineer as well, and not unloading both Bogles onto the board. Alright, Mishra's Baubles getting those prowess triggers there. Looking at the top card of their own library, attacking for 2, drawing a card off of it. Any aura, any aura, any aura. Alright, excellent. Alright, I feel like chicken tonight. No. I think we're in a good spot now. It's definitely not 1 yet, but we're in a good spot. Alright, opponent's attacking for 1. Of course we're not blocking. They might Lava Dart or something. Okay, they don't. Post-combat, what are they doing? Shocking Tarmogoyf? Alright, sure. That's a really solid draw. I think we want to save it for a Death Shadow, though. I don't think we want to play it just yet. Let's just cast Bogle and Sentinel's Eyes here. No attacks. And we'll just chill a turn. Maybe we draw like an Ethereal Armor and can attack for a lot next turn. Holding up Vigilance, be really strong. Holding up Vigilance and Path, you know. Vigilance jump block for 5 and Path to Exile on one of their creatures. Alright, they're attacking with Tarmogoyf. We just take that. There's no point jump blocking 2 damage with the second Bogle. Alright. Alright. Guess if my opponent has mutagenic growth here, I'm gonna want to represent Path to Exile. I mean, we know I have it, but want to represent it at the very least. So, Jund Shadow. Turn 4. We're at my opponent's turn now. No chump blocks here. Alright, and it's just... it's gone over to me. So let's sacrifice this Horizon Canopy. Doesn't matter if I play land in my planes and cycle with that. Really doesn't make much of a difference there. So here I'm probably just going to pass. Look to build a bigger Bogle that doesn't die to like Assassin's Trophy, you know. So, sack this. We'll just get a Temple Garden. No need to get fancy. Alright, I still don't want to attack. If my opponent's tapped out, I'll attack here, but, like, he's not tapped out. So, it looks like an Assassin's Trophy in our end step. If they're smart, they'll get the Sentinel's Eyes. If they're not smart, they'll target the Daybreak. Alright, they target the Daybreak. They don't know the interaction. Alright, so that's good. We didn't get 2 for 1 there. We just got 1 for 1. Or 1 for Ode, because we get a land out of it. But, I mean, look at our land right now. We're not exactly in dire need of land. If we draw Core Spirit Dancer, we might be able to suicide our Bogle in and then reload on this Core Spirit Dancer with all this ridiculous amount of mana we have. I might want to consider pathing the Tarmogoyf here, now that it's attacking for 4, potentially. Alright, yeah, let's get rid of Tarmogoyf. Oh, they're just attacking with Tarmogoyf. I mean, we can chump block and force him to waste a spell, I suppose. That seems reasonable. I guess if they've got, you know, Sentinel's Eyes, Mutagenic Growth, they're going to want to cast it now. Maybe we hold on to the path and do this and then wait to see what they do. Like, I'm perfectly fine reloading this. Oh, this is also bad if they have Scavenging Ooze, actually. Assassin's Trophy on the ley line. I mean, sure. So we're going to lose our dude. We're pretty much in need of Core Spirit Dancer here to come back into the game. If we do draw Core Spirit Dancer, we have all the mana in the world to just go hard here. Alright, Thought Seize me. Thought Seize me. You know you want to. Damn. Soul Scour Mage. Okay. That's really good. Alright, let's spin the wheel, guys. We got to go in on core here, surely. Alright, and we brick from that point, but we can get a Dryad Arbor for next turn. Alright, let's just pass. And probably jump blocking with Bogle. No, maybe not. Alright, they're putting Lurrus to hand, so they're wasting a turn. Actually, let's thin our deck. We've got safety against Lightning Bolt, just not Fatal Push. Have you ever seen a deck draw more land? Holy moly. I think we're probably pretty safe to attack with Core Spirit Dancer here. Alright, let's try it. Alright, Soul Scour Mage first. Have they got the spell? Alright, so they got a Lightning Bolt. That's fine. So we eat Lightning Bolt out of their hand. They lose 3 points of damage there because of it as well. And then we can just put Sentinel's Eyes on Bogle. Hope to draw Daybreak Coronet. So we'll put it down now, so our opponent can't somehow take it out of our library. We'll get rid of Daybreak as well, because Surgical Extraction. Get rid of Core, because Scavenging Ooze. Just a path in the graveyard now. They've already got instant typing for Tarmogoyf anyway, off Assassin's Trophy, off Lightning Bolt. They might just cast Lurrus this turn and get Mish's Bobble value. So another Swift Spear. I mean, that's got to be good for us, right? And Lurrus, yeah, sure. Sounds great. Now they're casting Mish's Bobble, getting a lot of prowess triggers, yep. So I guess if we didn't force that attack, our core Spirit Dancer wouldn't have died, and we'd potentially be able to combo off next turn with our creatures, or creature. As it is, we're taking 8 and we can't block. We're going to 6, and we pretty much need Daybreak off the top and our opponent not to have an Assassin's Trophy, a Maelstrom Pulse, and Abrupt Decay. So it's asking a fair bit at this stage. Come on, show me potato salad. Now we need them to have, like, literally nothing. They still just get the prowess triggers off their Lurrus here, and then attack wide for 8. Maybe they make a mistake and they don't attack with Lurrus. We can chump block the Soul Scour Mage. Take 6, we're still dead. Alright. See what they do. We drew a lot of land this game. So we drew 7 land. We had 3 off to the side there in the graveyard that we cycled through. So we drew 10 land and got 1 Assassin's Trophy. Oh, we drew 9 and got 2 Assassin's Trophies. Alright, so they know the jig's up. They just attack for 1,000,000 white here and we take damage. Oh, well, they can't actually target us with that, actually. Okay, so game 3. How much do I care about Rest in Peace now? Probably not that much still. I think I want Suppression Field. I think I want to gamble on the Suppression Field. Take out Core Spirit Dancer. Take out Path. And just look to land screw them turn 2 with Suppression Field. Let's do that. I think our auras are really good. And if we just keep all our auras in and go like this, we should be in a really strong spot to win. Maybe we can remove Cartouche for core. Do for like a 1-for-1 or something. Alright, let's do that. Wait, did I add Path or... What did I add? I added Path, alright. I clicked on the wrong card. Fixed. Fixed. My opponent's taking a little while to make their choice, so just pause and be back. Alright, so something funny seems to have happened here. Deck submitted, 0 seconds left, and it doesn't seem to be going in, so I might just restart my client and see what's up. Alright, so we've loaded it in. We'll be on the play. Plenty of time left on the clock. We'll be good. And, yep. Not sure what happened there. That was kind of funky. Right, now Moto's just taking a little while to load all the information. Alright, so our hand doesn't have a creature, so that's not going to be good enough. We're going to throw this one. This has a Dried Arbor creature. I still don't think that's good enough. Throw it again. Alright, keep. Bottom, scout, bottom. I want Suppression Field here. Alright, let's gamble on Suppression Field. If my opponent just can't ever do their lands, then we'll be in a really good spot. And unless they've got a creature, they're likely to lead on their like shock land instead of their fetch land. Alright. So Bloodstained Mire here. We had to mulligan to 5. Maybe it's a little bit greedy doing that the way I did. Alright. Let's get out this Suppression Field. Hopefully he just skips through the turn and doesn't get to activate his fetch. Look at me wanting to win in the cheapest way possible. Alright, so he does fetch, but his hand still could have a lot of fetch lands left in it. And we'll attack for 1. I don't think he can flash in a 1-mana creature with red-black. Alright, cool. We got there. So next turn, Ethereal Armor, and we can attack for 4, which is a good attack. Alright, here comes Misha's Bobble. That's going to cost 2 mana to activate, so... and so is Nihil Spellbomb, and... seems pretty good to me. Seems pretty good to me so far. We're slowing them down. Oh, nope, you got to pay 2 for that one, buddy. Alright, and now we get to go Ethereal Armor plus Rancor. Oh man, this is paying dividends right now. This is excellent. And you can tell he drew the Mishra's Bobble because it would have been on... like, he would have played at turn 1, so that was his turn 2 draw. And now we get to attack for 7, and our opponent's, you know, up against a lot right now. They've missed a land drop. They need to draw a non-fetch land. And they're still taking 7 in the process. I mean, I guess they could just cast a Death Shadow, and then we have to rethink things potentially. But, yeah, game's looking pretty good so far. Alright, there's the Death Shadow. So just got to be careful about how we assign damage here. Let's cycle this Horizon Canopy. See if we can add to our creature. Alright, we have to pay extra mana for that. That's right. Never mind. Suppression Field works both ways. Alright, so opponent is getting a giant Death Shadow now. They're down to 2. The Death Shadow is going to have to do it. They're going to have a second one in hand. They can't even shock in a land now. And they're going to be switched off attacking if they don't have the second. Alright, so they do have the second one. I mean, we can draw a lot of auras and win here. I don't think that's quite a win. Let's attack for 9. And then we lose. Oh man, that sucks. Maybe we shouldn't have equipped Rancor and dealt slightly less damage. Oh well. Yeah, mull to 5 and keep a 0 or a hand. And yeah, that's a shame. That's a real shame. Alright, what was our top card? And planes. Okay, so yeah, I mean that's Death Shadow. We made him have double Death Shadow off a 1-lander, so I guess that's something. But also I guess Suppression Field didn't really do anything but stop the Misha's Bobble, so maybe that was a little bit too cute, and I shouldn't have gone in on that. Alright, round 3, let's go. Yeah, I guess we can just math a little bit better. Oh, we got Dominaria again. I can't remember what he's on. Was it Burn? I think it was Burn. I versed him in the weekly league that I did. I think I'm keeping this hand regardless of what I'm up against. Oh, was this the control player? I think it's Burn. Or Jund? Old Donnie is smashing some games out tonight, as we are. Nothing wrong with that. Alright, so creature and go. And, well, Ethereal Armor is going to add a bit of power to the board, even if we don't draw land. Be able to attack for 3 off that. Oh, was it Ponza? Okay, it's Ponza. Yeah, easy peasy. Oh, and we draw land. Alright, so we just win. So get this down, get our Vigilance down. We've got like a 5 power Vigilance first striker. And yeah, even if they mag us at the moon into something ridiculous, we'll still just win this. This size creature game 1 should just win us the match every time. Hopefully they pillage though, and then we just get a bigger creature again. Alright, well, that seems fine with me. Rancor on top. Shrug, I mean, I guess we just fetch shock and... we might actually just have lethal here. Because double ethereal armor. Plus hyena umbra. Yep, cool. We attack for 13 and get the win. Bargain. That's how you turn 3 win, guys. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Alright, so from memory, this player had Blood Moon, not Magus of the Moon as well. So bring in our Force of Vigor, and then I guess Suppression Field on the draw is a little bit of a gimmick. We'll just use Path and maybe get a Clothis or something. Or Path our own creature to get our second white mana source, maybe. Yeah, seems fine to me. Wow, we're in match 3 here, and we're just about to hit the hour mark, 56 minutes. This is a long video. I guess we had some pretty interactive matches, though. Alright, so opponents are going to, of course, take the play. And we just have to hope we see, like, a basic in our hand. Yeah, well, we can't keep this. No auras. We can't really keep that either. Alright, we'll keep this one. Bottom canopy, bottom ethereal armor. And I mean, other than that, our auras are pretty decent, so. Looks like they have the turn 1 play as well. Alright, there's the Arbor Elf. Razorverge Thicket. Okay, so what are our options here? Guess we just go Razorverge in, or if our opponent Blood Moons us, then good game. And if they pillage us, we've got 2 land in hand and we're fine. They might even just, you know, go into a Bloodbraid Elf, into like another Arbor Elf or something. Well, if they're attacking for 1, that's got to be good for us. That's also good for us. Alright, so let's get our planes here. Nice attack for 4. We have Totem Armor as well. And next turn, as long as we don't get mooned, we can Daybreak Coronet. And that's going to be really powerful. Not quite a win post-board, because, you know, Nature's Claim, Force of Vigor, things like that. But it's going to go a long way here. Oh, well, Weather the Storm. Alright, whatever. Gain 9 life. That's fine. If I'm winning this game, it's not because I've aggroed you. It's because I've got the bigger creature. So I don't think that's a good card to sideboard in against us. Oh, Seasoned Pyromancer is like absolutely not at all scary. They discard Anger. Doesn't do anything to 4 toughness. Awesome. Awesome stuff. Guess maybe they're looking for a turn 3 Anger and they just couldn't get that happening. Alright, so Daybreak, attack. Land in tapped. I don't think doing that pre-combat's going to give anything away. Elemental tokens just chump blocking regardless. And yeah, we're in a really good spot. Any aura, any 1 mana aura we can draw is a draw engine here. If not, we'll leave our Core Spirit Dancer in hand. And, you know, we've got the bigger creature, so we're going to win the race. Unless, like, a lot of things go against us, but it would have to be, like, about 3 things going against us. Even if they, like, Nature's Claim the Daybreak Coronet, they've still got to deal with a 4 power first striker with Totem Armor. And that's not going to be easy to do. Maybe they can get to their Clothis god. Like Bloodbraid into Clothis. Chandra's not really doing anything. Chandra's got a funny interaction. If you do the +1, you have to have the mana available beforehand, or else it won't let you cast it at all. So it's really funny. So if my opponent wanted to untap with Arbor Elf here, it's now too late. It's a really weird interaction. So now that just gets exiled, and it deals 2 damage to us. They probably want to deal damage to us anyway, but we've got Daybreak Coronet. They probably want to grow the board for Clothis more, and then look to stabilize and do stuff. I wonder if my opponent knows that interaction, by the way. I only know it because I watch a lot of content that other people do, and someone pointed it out to me. I can't even remember who it was. Might have been Nikachu, the Merfolk player. Alright, well, attack for 8 again. Don't really care about this Chandra. Even if it emblems, maybe the emblem's going to be a little bit too much to handle, but like they're just chump blocking, so. Alright, so if they chump block with Seasoned Pyromancer, what's that mean? I think it means they don't have Clothis. I don't know what the advantage of having Arbor Elf is and having access to 6 or 8 mana here. That doesn't seem as good as having access to 7 mana and having a Seasoned Pyromancer on the board to me. Alright, so now here's the Bloodbraid Elf. So they're going to cast the Bloodbraid Elf, of course. They're going to get Weather the Storm. Alright, so you gain 6 life again. Alright, well done. Or is it 9 life again? 6. Alright, sure. Let's just leave this Windswept Heath uncracked until we have to do something. We might want to fetch a basic in response to something. If they moon, we might want to get a basic, but we don't know which basic yet, and we don't want to open ourselves up to getting pillaged or something, although they've just emptied their hand and it's doing absolutely nothing. Alright, cool. So let's fetch this. I think it's probably safe to... actually, maybe Forest is safer now. So if we draw Rancor, we can either cast Rancor, Grispin, or Spirit Mantle and get the win that way. That probably could have gone on Core Spirit Dancer to protect her, because then Chandra is going to -4 here, and we just lose her. Yeah, I think that was a loose aura placement there. Yeah, at the moment they're doing a whole bunch of nothing. They brought it in to Weather the Storms. I think even if they get this Chandra emblem at this point, I'm gaining 10 life a turn. Unless they can deal, like, get multiple Bloodbraid Elves. Alright, so they don't even emblem. They just -3 there. That's got to be okay for us as well. They're going to stop drawing stuff, okay. I say that and they draw Cindervines. I feel like the top of their library has been kind to them. Oh, well, that's kind of kind to us as well. Is that enough to trigger the concession? Maybe not. Alright, opponent's in this for the long haul. Alright, another chump block. Yep, sure. You're going to draw land eventually. Alright. Forest enters the revealed card zone. Haha, you can't cast that. And they draw land. Alright, cool. So, now they're going to chump block with the birds. And then after that, they might run out of stuff, maybe. Oh no, we draw a Misty Rainforest, so now we can't get our last basic out of the deck. That's sad. Dried Arbor, attack wide? Yeah, that works. Alright, elemental tokens from Seasoned Pyromancer, sure. Opponent is working very hard for his chump blocks here. So we can't Dried Arbor just yet. Alright, another forest, another brick. No more Seasoned Pyromancers in the grave for my opponent. Alright, so We slightly misplayed with the Sentinel's Eyes. That should have been on Core Spirit Dancer. We drew the second Daybreak Coronet, so it really has not mattered. And we're just gaining a million life here. So this is inevitable, but we pretty much won this. Wow, that's 3 bricks with Chandra. He's got to be livid with that. Holy crap. Livid or whatever it is. Yeah, livid. I think that's the term. Alright, so they get a Utopia Sprawl. That's not doing a whole lot. Hate to break it to my opponent. That is not doing anything here. Alright, I guess we get Dried Arbor if they want to waste a turn killing it with Chandra. Sure. We draw Daybreak, so we get our draw engine happening anyway. That's a pretty good one too. Now we get a giant Core Spirit Dancer too. Maybe we finally draw a Rancor. Well, it's not a kill this turn, but it is a kill next turn, so let's go. I wonder if my opponent's going to Cindervines destroy the Highnambra and then Chandra the Core Spirit Dancer, because that's a line they can do. I mean, now that we've got the Spirit Mantle, that's not the right line for them to do, but that's a line they can do. Alright, they haven't done it yet, but I guess they can do it during their turn after they get more information as well. 92 life here. Oof. These Weather the Storms, yeah, I called it when they cast the first one, didn't I? It's not how they're winning the game, or not how we're winning the game. Alright, they get a Pillage, like, so what? Take Dried Arbor, I guess? Alright, take Plains. Unless they drew a Moon Effect, that's not gonna matter. Alright, so Mantle on Glade Cover Scout, everything else on Core Spirit Dancer attack. Or maybe I can... Oh, okay, there's Rancor. Alright, cool, so... Now I can go in on Core Spirit Dancer as well. Get the buffs from, you know, her passive. And then Highnambra is going to give another buff. Alright, opponent's conceded. Cool. I felt like that game went on for a lot longer than what it should have. But yeah, of course I'm happy to get the win. It was just a lot of going through the motion at the end there. Like, obviously we had the giant Core Spirit Dancer with like 2 Daybreak Coronets on it, and we had 2 basic lands in play. And our opponent... yeah, just biding time, trying to get back into it, which I respect. You got to play to your outs, but yeah, we had it, and we had a very strong hand, and we kept drawing from strength to strength. Okie dokie, here we are for round 4. Let's get this happening. Won the die roll again. We are up against Borgilla MTG 10, and interesting hand. I think I can do better. I think in Lurrus days this would be a keep, but without Lurrus it's sort of narrow. Okay, we keep this bottom Core Spirit Dancer, and then our hand's really good. And just in case it's a Stoneblade deck or something with Pro Blue, or Spreading Seas, even if it's Merfolk, I'll leave the Bogle in hand. With a 1-lander, I want to be as safe as possible. Alright, so we're versing Goblins. Alright, let's get that clock happening with Rancor. Hopefully we draw mana next turn and can Daybreak and attack in the air. Yeah, we just want to be quick here, guys. We want to be quick before they get everything down. Hopefully no turn 2 conspicuous Snoop. Maybe they miss a land drop, which would help us, because, you know, we missed a land drop. Okay. Goblin Matron, okay. Thoughtseers, well, goodbye Daybreak. Oh, maybe not. I mean, maybe we don't draw the mana. And, yeah, I think he just takes Daybreak. That's a really good draw. I don't think I need to worry about casting it just yet. Also, if they discard it, we can recast from our graveyard as well. So attack for 4. Yep. They might get in a free Skurg Prospector, I think it's called. The 1 mana thing that sacks to add mana. So no conspicuous Snoop yet. We know they have Matron in hand. Maybe, yep, there's a Snoop and it's mana on top. So Thoughtseers, I guess they take Griffspoon here. This is interesting. I don't normally see these. Why did they take Sentinel's Eyes? I just recast that for free. Yeah, I guess we just assume they're going to try and kill us on beatdown. We'll cartouche and attack. Yeah. Okay, okie dokie. 3 cards left in hand. If they've got that stupid black thing, they can just combo and kill us. Alright, so they're cycling away the Sling Gang. They get a Chieftain. That's probably not going to do it either. Play Goblin Matron. Oh no, because now they can get Harbinger, get Kiki, and they win the game. Oh no, man. No. Alright, well, we had to miss a lot of land drops there for them to get into that position. I know they dealt 4 damage to themselves with Thoughtseers, but we definitely missed a lot there. Alright, so we want our paths, we want our ley lines. I think we also want our suppression field maybe, but that might be overboarding. We want to take out Core Spirit Dancer because it dies to Munitions Expert. We got any other cuts we want to make? Maybe Cartouche. Not that strong. Probably Spider Umbra, actually. Yeah, alright, let's remove Spider Umbra. Damn, yeah, like 1 mana and we would have... mana like 2 turns earlier and we would have had him dead. But yeah, I guess that's magic, you know. Yeah, post board, I mean, we got a lot of good stuff here. We have got a lot of good stuff. Oh, do I keep another 1-lander? That's the question. No Leyline of Sanctity to stop their combo either. It's a really good 1-lander. I think I'm going to mulligan. Alright, we'll keep this. This is better. Bottom, the redundant Leyline. Done. Start with this Leyline out. And our land's going to deal a little bit of damage to us, but we do get Vigilance on board. And we do get First Strike and a Cartouche and all of that. So, still pretty decent. So our opponent has to kill us the fairway now. Great. We drew land. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Alright, so plains here. And let's do Hyena Umbra in case they have some sort of random Wrath effect. And I guess we put the clock down with Cartouche as well. They're not going to be attacking with a creature this turn, so we don't need the Vigilance just yet. If they somehow make us discard Sentinel's Eyes, I don't think they can, but if they like play a Croxer for some reason, at least we can recast it off of one more land. Alright, cool. So we have Path this time. That's pretty solid. Attack for 5. My opponent just like going off a turn 3 Matron or something, or the one that looks at the top 4 cards of the library and puts all goblins into hand. Maybe they had a Flash Munitions Expert, but then they would have traded it for the Warrior token. Or cashed it in for the Warrior token. Probably a better term. So yeah, just these extra 2 sources of Vigilance here. No Daybreak Coronet here, but we've got the Vigilance. We've got Leyline stopping the combo, and we've got Vigilance on board, so we're winning the attrition battle as far as creatures are concerned. Winning the creature battle. Opponent's going to have to do a decent amount to get into it. Get back into it here. Goblin Matron revealed. I guess they just cast Matron, chump block, and then look to do something. And I'm fine with that. I don't want to cast Path to stop the blockers because I can only attack for 5, put them to 6, and then that just ramps them. Alright, there's a Snoop. We'll save this for Snoop. We draw Suppression Field. That's kind of decent. See if they trade for the Warrior token. Probably not. I think the Goblin Body is more important to them than a Warrior token. If anything, they'd chump block the Scout. Yeah. Okay, there you go. Chump block the Scout. Alright, let's play a Suppression Field out here. Pass the turn. Now we've got, you know, extra assurance. I don't think we'll need it, but we do have it. Maybe we shut down some of their fetch lands or something. Actually, maybe that's just bad, giving them the information that we have Suppression Field. It might change their boarding for game 3. Maybe we next level them and bought it out. Maybe. Or some number out. I don't think so. So maybe my opponent just had like a Thoughtseize heavy hand here and it was completely shut down by Leyline as well. I think that's a decent likelihood. Goblin Matron in hand. Oh, there's another one of them. And Snoop is out. Alright, so throw this down on the Vigilance token. Attack for 6 Vigilance. First strike, yep. Cool. And then I can path whatever chump blocker he has for next turn, potentially, and kill him. Alright, Goblin Matron coming down. What can it get? The Echo thing? Mog War Marshal? Maybe. Yep, Mog War Marshal for Echo. Yeah, not too fast there. I'm still going to hold this path. Hey, look, a Daybreak. Alright, that's got to be game now. This deck has a lot of reach, but it doesn't have that much reach. I guess they can Sling Gang and stop us from gaining life for a little bit if they have Sling Gang. Really? Alright, that seems like a smarter block. And triple block the first strike Vigilance token. That would have been pretty funny. Alright, Ringleader coming down, doing the thing. Oh, it's... The only relevant card is a Ringleader there. That's all that goes to hand. I guess, again, if they want to make some silly blocks here, I can path their creatures. If they really want to get this warrior token off the board. Alright, they're just chump blocking. Seems a little wiser. Another ringleader, sure thing. Alright, so now they got Sling Gang. They can't cast it this turn. So we're basically holding path for Sling Gang now. Oh, my friend. Sure. I'll trade that for a totem armor, sure. Tarfire. Well, that's going to eat my warrior token. Yep. Sure. It's a little frustrating, but, you know, we still got a really good board state here. Sure, Matron. Can't cast Sling Gang now, unless he plays a land. What is he looking for? Kiki Jiki. Sure. I don't think that's going to do it. That's going to cost 2 more to activate as well, by the way, guys. Oh, no. No, no, no. Blood Moon. Alright, let's cycle this and get Forest. Don't want to misclick here. Alright, there we go. There you go. Goblins siding in the Blood Moon against Bogles. Now you've seen it all, ladies and gentlemen. Guess we cast our Ethereal Armor here to protect it from a discard effect, but they can't target us with a discard effect. So just gaining extra life here. They can cast Sling Gang or Kiki Jiki next turn. They're locked off of... They've only got 1 black mana. The rest is red. It's actually advantageous for them because now Bloodstained Mire is able to tap for mana. Okay, so they can both get Harbinger off the top of their library. Get something. Onto the top of their library, like Kiki Jiki, and then they can make 1,000,000 copies, but they can't do anything with it. Alright, cool. We get the win. Path in hand, get the win against Goblins. Cool. So game 3. Are we changing anything? We did see Blood Moon. I think it's probably a low likelihood they'll have it, and I don't really think I want to dilute what I'm doing. I'll just fetch accordingly and play around Blood Moon instead. Okay, so opponent on the play. I mean, my hand looks pretty good, doesn't it? It's good against everything except Thoughtseize, actually. Do I want to play around turn 1 Thoughtseize? Am I winning it off of Dried Arbor? Look, I think we keep and hope. They're not guaranteed to have it, although they did have it in the main deck, which makes me a lot more scared. Are you kidding me? Can you just play the Goblin game instead of just being a jerk? Holy crap. Alright, Thoughtseize bug. Let's go. That's not a Thoughtseize bug. Alright. Misty Rainforest, pass. Alright, goodbye Totem Armor. I guess I should have mulled to Leyline. So if that's the case, I don't want to fetch for Dryad Arbor yet. Really? He's taken Path. Does that mean he's got Tarfire in hand? I guess I just assume he doesn't have Tarfire because I can't really afford to play around it. Alright. The old turn 3 Cursed Bogle. Alright, let's go with that. Yeah. So, land, and we'll play around, I guess, Anger of the Gods, which they might have, because they do seem to be playing funky cards. Let's see if they've got the third discard spell here. Alright, Tarfire, the Dryad Arbor. They did have the Tarfire, so we are very fortunate there. Goblin Matron, sure. Joke's on my opponent. He can't fetch out his discard effects with that. Alright, it's a big attack here. Big clap attack. Get in there for 6. Is it just me, or did that game 2 feel like a game 3? Probably because it went on for quite a while. Alright, Snoopy's down. Yeah, sure. Ringleader on top. Well, he can't cast that this turn, so that's good. Let's just leave this in hand. Maybe they waste another discard spell, or more importantly, the mana. At least we got lifelink now, so as long as our opponent doesn't have Bogat Harbinger, we don't get comboed. If they have Bogat Harbinger, we just lose. That is fine. That is fine. Sure. Alright, for me or for him? GG's. I don't know, is he conceding? Yeah. I guess he's conceding. I guess he had to block with Snoop, and then he wasn't able to do what he needed to do. And Ringleader could have got him his creatures. Yeah, so I guess we got very fortunate there, especially considering we overcame the Game 1 Thoughtseize. Not complaining, though. Definitely not complaining. Alright, 3 and 1. Let's see if we can round out that 4-0. Man, these ley lines are doing a lot of work, main deck. There are so many matches where they're good. And even when they weren't against Ponza, we had the ethereal armors, so they were kind of good. Oh, great. Yeah, snap keep this stuff. This is a hand dreams are made of right here. Or nightmares, if you're versing me. We got the old turn 2 attack for 7. Tron. Alright, we might need that turn 2 attack for 7. Oh, that is a good one. Holy moly. We might have the turn 3 kill with that. 7, and then... And then 13. Yeah, so that will be a turn 3 kill. Great. Excellent. Man, the ethereal armor's doing some hard work here against normal Tron. Yeah. This is going to add 4 plus another 2 is 6. So we'll do 13 damage. Wow. Wow. Well, I've never been so happy to see main deck Leyline against Tron before, but here we go. Getting in there. Alright, so this is Green Tron. So a little while ago I was saying how I was bringing in Path because they were more creature based. I'm not sure if that's the case anymore because I haven't versed any Tron decks in like over a week. But yeah, we want these Gadok Teagues. We want some Force of Vigor here as well. Maybe not the full set. I think we can minus on core, maybe -1 Force of Vigor, and then that will do. On the play, I might bring in Suppression Field over Force of Vigor. So Force of Vigor, I can use it to kill their Expedition map before they can cash it in. And if they're playing Khan the Great Creator, it's going to be really good at destroying Ensnaring Bridge as well, which is probably quite important. Alright, so no aura here. We're going to throw this one. Opponent's also mulligan, so that's good. Alright, great. We got a Gadok Teague. We got a keepable hand. We'll keep this. Bottom the Temple Garden and go in from there. Opponent also kept 6, so going to be a fairly fair contest here. Alright, there is the Chromatic Sphere. Second Teague. Alright, so that's interesting. Ancient Stirrings. So that's the revealed one. Mine revealed. Oh, that's pretty frustrating. And Expedition map now. So I guess we just cast Teague and hope we shut off their big thing that they're doing. Could die, but... Or they could do Oblivion Stone or something. I guess if they spend an entire turn doing Oblivion Stone, we can cast the Gadok Teague second main and shut them off all over again. Alright, well, they're cracking that map main phase, so that's good for us. There comes the tower, access to 3 mana now. I think that's a 3 mana one, yeah. And is that O-Stone? Is it O-Stone? You hate to see it if it is. Alright, Expedition map, crack map, sure. Blast Zone, okay. Alright, well, we brick on land and we're drawing all creatures here, so let's just attack for 6. Sorry, for 5. I guess I can Blast Zone for 1 and then do something else, or they might activate Blast Zone up to 2. Oh no, they played mine instead. They can't do that. Walking Ballista. Worldbreaker. Alright, well, that gets a land. We get still like a Daybreak Coroner, and we get a big attack. So looks like they are still playing creatures here. At least this one is. Damn, still can't attack. Let's just pause then. At least we got a little bit of assurance against something. I don't know. Blast Zone's going to be really good against us here. And a Worm Coil Engine, and they've got 3 mana up here. Yeah, we're so donezo. Alright. Well, that's enough of drawing no land for me. Let's get these suppression fields. Hopefully they just shut our opponent right down. Might remove one more Core Spirit Dancer. And I don't think I want Path. I think maybe on the draw I would have wanted it there, because like if I pathed the stupid Worldbreaker there, I would have been able to attack for a little bit, but yeah. Wasn't to be. Game 3. Alright. Another mulligan. Holy crap, what are you doing, deck? You got to be flipping kidding me. Like, this is pathetic. Alright, keep. Bottom. Done. I mean, these hands are absolutely pathetic. Holy crap. Maybe it's you know, the balance after getting such a good game one. But yeah, that's ridiculous. Opponent kept 7 as well, so we're gonna need the suppression field to do a lot of work here. It's gonna need to be expedition map as well because it won't work against his eggs. His eggs generate mana, so it won't work there. Come on, map. Come on, map. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Good. Excellent. Alright, and we draw Rancor, so we have a decent attack next turn. And then hopefully we draw Totem Armor as well. Oh, that's going to cost 4 to activate, buddy. That's not going to work. Alright, that feels pretty good. And we get our Totem Armor. Excellent. Alright, let's go with flying here. Attack in. Don't forget World Breaker does have reach. It is hiding down there underneath all the text. It's hard to see on Moto because you'd expect the text to be at the top, but its ETB's at the top. Oh. Suppression session. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Alright, get in there. Get in there, team. Let's get that 4-1. We're chasing it. Ethereal Armor off the top for the win. You know you want to, Dak. You still can't crack this, buddy. Still can't crack it. Oh, no. No, he's blanking for a 3rd turn in a row. Are you kidding me? This is so good. This is so good right here. Woo. Alright, get in there for 6. Done deal. Alright, opponent's conceded. Bam. Bam. There's the 4-1, guys. Suppression field. Frustrating our opponent into oblivion. Holy crap. Definitely not as strong as Stony Silence there. But yeah, really, really shone quite well. Alright, so I had to just reorganize my layout here. Because I had to restart my client against that Goblins opponent. And yeah, obviously it diverts to its normal format. But I prefer to show it like this so you can all see. The card's a bit clearer. Look, I'm really happy with the main deck at the moment. I don't think I want to change a single card in it at all. I think probably minusing that Spirit Mantle for the extra Hyena Umbra was probably the last alteration I'll make for a while, as long as I'm keeping Cartouche. And I think Cartouche is pulling its weight at the moment. Sideboard wise, I think is the only place where you'd see changes. Maybe inclusion of an extra path. If Tron gets big, maybe one of these suppression fields becomes a Stony Silence or something. In which case I'll be able to bring it in on the draw as well as on the play. But on the play, this is still really good. You just saw there. Just absolutely shut our opponent down. They weren't able to do anything all game. And even, what was it, a Mold of 5 or a Mold of 4? And we just got there because Suppression Field completely shut him out. That felt so good. So yeah. Happy with the list. Let me know what you guys think of the list down below. If you think it's tuned well or if you think I should be tuning it differently. I'm always interested to hear new ideas like that. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video as well. I appreciate it. It definitely helps the channel. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe for daily content like this. And ring that bell for notifications. So thank you all. I will see you next time.